Since they don't have Fear and Hunger 1, the game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore. Photosensitive seizure warning. The game has scenes of flickering lights and... Sorry, chat, I forgot to change the source. Capture... Fear and Hunger 2. Can you guys hear the audio, chat? This is a crazy, This is a crazy, like, title screen. You can hear? Awesome, okay, okay. Thank you for that. Is there anything that I should turn on in, for the options? Filter effects? What is that? Video files. Enable and disable video files. Videos are known to cause problems. Or videos are replaced by animated shots when disabled. So if I... Video files. So if I want videos to play, I just turn that on? I recommend you start with either the boxer or yellow guy. You know what? We will see. We will definitely see. I'm gonna vibe check this. I gotta change the title too. First play through Hunger 2. Prepare to Hunger Edition. Yeah, I'm gonna vibe check these folks, you know. If I choose the worst person, I choose the worst person. Because I don't know anything about this game. There's only like one bad choice. Watch me end up picking this so-called bad choice. What the fuck? You literally get to choose a character. Holy, what the? Class EX Soldier. Okay, Cloud Strife. Age 18. Info. Having fought in wars since he was 13, EX Soldier excels at ranged combat and has great aim with most firearms. He's a child soldier. What is this, Gundam? Okay. Since I said I was going by a vibe check, you know, I kind of vibe with this description because I too like going to my local range and, you know, shooting my guns. So I kind of vibe with this, you know. Class Occultist, age 18. The Occultist focuses on the creative use of otherworldly powers. While not as strong with harmful and offensive skills, her abilities are no less impressive when used properly. Yeah, child soldier vibes, you know. I'm surprised there's not like giant, you know, robots to put the children in. Send them off to war. Doctor? Age 28. The doctor's skill set is mainly focused in curing different status ailments and analyzing the possible weaknesses in enemy anatomy. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. A supporty vibe. That seems very valuable. Mechanic. Age 27. The mechanic is adept at crafting her own makeshift weapons and traps, along with mechanical skills. She also understands more complicated machinery. Okay. Yellow Mage. I freaking hate Yellow Mages of Golgoroth. Holy. I don't know. I have a bad experience with Yellow Mages, I'm telling you. They blew up all my limbs and soft locked my game. I didn't know what to expect. Contrary to other priests' beliefs, Yellow Mages don't dedicate their lives to worship. Yellow Mages use otherworldly powers only to their own benefit and to further their agenda. For Golgoroth, I remember what you guys did to me in the first game. Yo, a botanist, age 20. The botanist's knowledge covers a wide variety of plants and herbs. She can create mixtures with strong healing properties, or alternatively, she can use her knowledge to create potent poisons. Holy, this guy reminds me of freaking Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Holy shit. Yo, this guy's kind of sick. Class, thug, boxer. Life in an underground boxing ring has taught the boxer how to deal with opponents barehanded. The boxer excels at close quarters combat. I don't know, chat. I'm kind of like, this is, yo, he's giving me Jotaro vibes. I love Jotaro. That guy is cool. Holy. Everyone says that? I mean, are they wrong though? I mean, come on, look at him. He's got that. Like, I just got to give him like a little funny hat, and he's like pretty much Jotaro at that point. Journalist, age 26. Having covered wars, coups d'etats, and other disasters, the journalist has picked up various skills that help her survive. Persuasion skills is definitely not being last on that list. Okay, so you kind of got that charisma. Okay, chat. I highly vibe with Jotaro here. I hope I can name him Jotaro if I pick him. But alternatively, you know, gun guy sounds pretty cool too. I mean, he's got, you get guns. You get guns. Guns are cool. She covered wars, you know. That's a good point. That's a good point. She's kind of like a conspirer. You know, she's like the conspirer pathway, sequence 6 pathway, the hunter. She has covered wars. That's true. I mean, it takes a certain kind of person to cover wars, you know, to go out there and be in the thick of it. So that's respectable. But guys, Jotaro is so cool. Like, boxing is sick as fuck too. Like, oh man. I should be really playing this game when I have an actual day off from work. I shouldn't be playing this game when I worked that day, which is this day. Oh, Lord have mercy. This is so hard. War Girl. Star Platinum. Gun. But boxer's so cool. I like boxing too. This is actually difficult. Hiken, Hajime, and Ippo. Yo, let me show. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you about that Dempsey roll, huh? Watch me, Hajime, and then Ippo, and then oh no, you're on the ground. Holy. Oh, this is actually hard. because you suggested boxer or the yellow guy. But if I didn't have that information, I would have already been like, holy shit, it's fucking Jotaro Joestar from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And that would have already appealed to me, even if you didn't tell me that. But then she covered wars. That's impressive. I respect that. Fuck it. Um John Hunger 2 is back in the modern day as a boxer. My name is John Hunger 2. Masochism mode. Gotcha. Okay. I was like, what is Maso XSM mode? It's masochism mode. Okay. Gotcha. Fear and hunger mode. Easier mode. I'm scared, chat. I've learned my lesson from the first game. Like, Maso mode, by the way, makes it where you lose if you stay outside. What? Why? Like, I was never intending to play this difficulty on my first playthrough. I've learned. That sounds kind of fucked up. Like, imagine a new player going into this and being like, I died! Why? No. You know what? We'll stick with fear and hunger mode. This is like normal mode. Probably. You spent your first 10 hours in Maso. Holy. Look, explain. Clearly you're built different. I Maso is off the table. That much is for certain. You still haven't beaten Maso even with cheese tactics. Holy shit. We'll do fear and hunger mode. Yeah, you know what? It's a nice middle ground. Surely it can't be that bad. Skip the character history. No, this is my first time here. Hold on, chat. Let me be right back real quick. My cat attacked me. Not like attacked me, but came out of nowhere and then meowed at me. Okay. It's the title card. Let's see if he fucks this up. Let's see indeed. I haven't had enough water today. Okay. The soothing sound of the rail tracks. You're not used to such peaceful and tranquil atmosphere. You can't help but let your mind wander. You reminisce what has led you to this point in life. For the majority of your life, you've only known the streets of the Vatican City. This is actually the first time in your life you're traveling this far from those narrow and crowded alleyways. Things don't look that fancy elsewhere. Traveling is overrated, you think to yourself. In your earliest memories, you remember spending time with your parents, but then suddenly, you just didn't have parents anymore. I mean, shit, sometimes it'd be like that, and that sucks. You can't remember what happened, but from one point onwards, it was just you and your sister against the world. Oh no, sibling backstory! You were only 10 years old, but you had to make a living somehow. Well, if I'm a grizzled veteran of the streets, you know, I would either be a pickpocket or a burglar, some would argue. You know, clearly that's one of the choices. But we try to lead an honest life. You tried different odd jobs, and the only thing common with all of them was that eventually you messed things up and got fired. Damn, I suck. Still, you were able to save up 10 shillings. Holy, I'm rich! The street schooled you hard, but as you grew older, you noticed that you started to tower over those who bullied you before. If someone still tried to do you dirty, you were quickly able to give them a taste of your justice. Because of your size and skills in fighting, you started to attract the attention of local street gangs that tried to recruit you as their muscle. This never sounded right to you. You had been extorted of your measly salaries too many times. You didn't want to do the same to anyone. By turning down small-time criminals only got you to further trouble. Almost every other night you end up in street fights. At one point you realized that you were doing more fighting than actual work. Not to mention, that's where you got most of your money too. You started to consider fighting as your job. Maybe it would be worth investing into it more. You started to work out more regularly and follow a strict regimen. Okay. Stamina, footwork, you know, we definitely do not bulk up in mass. You know, this is not my form of boxing. Footwork and stamina, though, very important. You know. Let's see. Let's see if he fucks this up. Oh, you fucked up already. Let him cook. Maybe we can get a comeback. Yeah, let me cook. Like Explain says, let me cook. I didn't take back any artifacts in the first game either. I didn't eat my comrades either. I starved on that ship on the way to the Forgotten Lands, you know? As a boxer. Cardio is very important, so that's something that I would personally do. 3 of these things are very important from my perspective, but I can only choose one. It's either footwork or stamina, that's what I've decided on. I'm gonna flip a coin. When all else fails, leave it to fate. This game teaches you what honest life sucks. Okay, chat. I have a 100 yen coin here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a 100 yen coin. We are going to flip. 100 is footwork. And then heads, cherry blossom is stamina. We're going stamina. It's the cherry blossoms. You started your days by running the Tiberian River upstream. The tens of thousands of steps of penitents located at the heart of the city also became familiar to you. Day and night, you'd be running those stairs up and down. Yo, this is some crazy good cardio. That sounds awesome. In the end, your stamina did increase, and following fights, you could easily take 1 or 2 more hits than before. You were doing alright in fights, so much so that you started to build a little reputation on the streets. I'll run these streets! In no time, you moved on to the underground boxing rings, where there was more money on the table and less danger of the opposite pulling a knife? Less danger of an opponent pulling a knife in the middle of a match. First rule of Fight Club, we don't talk about Fight Club. Coin flipping even in the intro? Yep, like I said, if I have 2 options and both sound equally good to me, I'll let fate decide. Because fate is a good teacher. Coin USA, no. Coin Japan, Pog. Hell yeah. I even have like a, I have a 10,000 or 1,000 yen bill somewhere still. But I'm saving that for my next trip back to Japan. The Japanese has fucked you. If only you went bald, you would have been OP. Well, I guess stamina's fine for the beginner. Bald. Do I have to do like the 10 kilometer, 100 push-ups, 10 kilometers, 100 sit-ups, push-ups? Am I doing the 1 punch regiment? While you were busy in the ring, your sister had grown into a beautiful young woman who attracted all kinds of admirers. It would have meant trouble if it wasn't for your mean reputation. Most low-life thugs in the street knew that they'd have to answer to you if they tried anything dodgy. That didn't mean that there weren't those who tried. She started to get close with a known mobster, Ricardo Accardo. Ricardo Accardo. He was the heir to the Accardo branch of the family. The family was an organized body of criminals operating in the Vatican City. In all intents and purposes, the family was a mafia. They also had deep ties to the church, which in turn was running the country, so it was a bit more complicated. Despite being a mobster, Ricardo seemed decent enough. He had a flirtatious and flattering way of speaking and in general got along with everyone. He took notice of your skills, or took notice in your skills, and tried to casually recruit you to their ranks. You politely declined the offer. Since you didn't take the offer, Ricardo had another one on the platter. He proposed that he'd hook you up with a real boxing trainer to get you to the next level. You again declined, but your sister insisted that you at least try it out. You agreed. Things started to feel more professional the second you stepped inside the gym. The trainer, an elderly gentleman who had an impressive record of previous apprentices, was impressed by your raw skills. Thought that the best way to push you further would be to choose where to specialize. Yo, where's my luck build? Where's my luck build? What is the luck equivalent? I remember playing Refantasio Metaphor, and I just put all stats into luck. Like, we didn't need anything else. We just maxed out luck. Probably evasion in that case. float like a butterfly and sting like when I pee. Wait, what? More like jinxed build. You guys just watch. I lived through my choices in the first game. I will live by my choices in this game. Honestly, having a specialty in evasion sounds like it could make for like a fun playthrough, you know. On Razor's Edge, I either die or I live, and it's not up to me. Yep, we're going evasion. Yo, I learned bob and weave! I'm fucking Dempsey rolling! Holy shit! There's no luck? Sounds good to me. Evasion is the closest thing to luck, I suppose. Yo, I'm about to Dempsey roll on people. Holy shit. His methods proved effective. Soon you had your first real bout in the ring and won the match with relative ease. Your sister and Ricardo were there to congratulate you. You continued with your winning streak. The hype around you was growing. Slowly, even you started to believe the hype. Ricardo was able to organize big matches one after another. You started spending more time inside the family quarters with Ricardo and your sister. Every character has a skill tree, so that choice doesn't matter too much. I do not know what that means, but we'll figure it out. Without noticing it, you had been pulled into the criminal world. I'm a criminal again, woo! What started as helping out a friend became a more frequent occurrence. Soon Ricardo showed his true colors as well. He had been building you up for a fated boxing match. Apparently, your next opponent was a former family member who had cut all ties to the organization. Your job was to kill him in a boxing match. Oh, classic. Classic Ricardo. Classic Mafia. You politely declined, but at this point, there was no turning back. Ricardo reminded that he got your sister back at his flat and she'd feel it in her skin if you didn't comply. Classic. You didn't know what to do. Soon you found yourself in the ring with the ex-family member and the bell rang. He was a tough opponent, but you managed to get the best of him. You were able to counter one of his attacks with a knockout hit. Things moved in slow motion as you saw Ricardo in your corner, nodding with a sly smile. You followed up your hit with another and another. You didn't even stop when the man hit the ground. The referee had to pull you away with all he got before you stopped. Damage had already been done. You had killed a person. You were devastated by all this, but kept it all inside. This was only the beginning. Ricardo had plenty of dirty work for you to do, and at this point he had plenty of leverage too. Your sister being the last resort every time he hesitated. Things had to change. Branching story path objective? I don't know, Ricardo's kind of a bastard, you know. That's not a good egg. That's not a good egg. You know, maybe the town would be better off without him. Maybe we can also expose the Vatican too, since they have a good relationship with the church. Or we can say fuck it, and let this cycle continue and let somebody else solve it. Because honestly, maybe getting rid of Ricardo is not my responsibility. Damn, what a hard choice. You know what? How about we play a Cowboy Bebop? We'll play the ending of Cowboy Bebop. We'll get rid of Ricardo. And then on our way out, surely we go bang. I learned killing intent. Holy. Ricardo was wary of you. He seemed to sense your killing intent from miles away, and that's why he avoided seeing you alone to the best of his abilities. He was too cocky to consider you a serious threat, though. As if he had him under his thumb, that proved out to be a grave mistake for him. You were to meet Ricardo and a dozen of his henchmen at a local club to discuss another one of your many tasks. He had been waiting for an opportunity to see him alone, but that opportunity never presented itself. Fair enough, he thought. The moment you got to a punching distance, Ricardo had a split-second realization of what was happening before you knocked him off his feet. The little rat tried to slither away, but you grabbed him by his throat and kept slamming him on the floor until he stopped moving. In your rage, you lifted him up and threw him over the railing. He fell from the second floor to the center of the club's dance floor. You saw him fall head first to the ground. You had succeeded in what you set out to do. Getting out of the club was secondary. You had to fight through a mob of Ricardo's goons. Somehow you made it out from the back door with only minor injuries and ran away as fast as you could. You ran away from the crime scene. The problem was that now both the family and the law enforcement of the city were after you. Just then you received a phone call from your sister. She had been sent to Ricardo's summer villa in the country of Balin some days prior. Explained the situation to her, and the two of you decided to meet up in the country of Rondon. Yo, there was a Rondon in Fear and Hunger 1. They had the fucking, the brothel, the sex dungeon. And where that child got ate by the cat from Alice in Wonderland. There's no possibility of you living in Vatican City anymore. Bro hired goons. They did hire goons. But I'm the goon beater. You had to act fast before the police would catch up on you. What did you take with you before leaving the city? Not the best choices? That's okay. I am perfectly fine with my choices here. Let's see. I think the last time we played Fear and Hunger 1, we chose stock up on food, which wasn't that impressive, so... Luxury products with you. This is a luxury product? H and pep pills? That's crazy. You took the first train that left the country. The destination was an obscure little town called Priheville. We're just reusing town names. In the country of Bohemia. You had no idea where that place was, but you figured you could plan your trip better once you got there. Save your character history? Yup. No, we're not skipping the intro. Why would we do that? It's our first time playing. The only drugs I did in Fear and Hunger 1 was tobacco and alcohol. Girl, what are you doing? What is this satanic summoning circle you left on the ground? You feel like somebody was watching you while you slept. Oh shit, I can move. Oh shit. John Hunger 2. What is nosophobia? Fear of noses. Bro, scared of a nose. I'm scared of noses. Get the fuck away from me. Well, tobacco and alcohol are barely drugs. They're definitely... They're definitely... I definitely think they cause more problems regarding death than some of the more illegal substances. If it changes your state of mind, it's definitely a drug. Yo, I got that H, bro. Definitely not gonna use this. Oh, these are meth pills. What the? Lucky coin? Yo, got my shillings. I'm rich. I have a knife. Body bag? What in the hell? That is crazy. Party talk. Check up on your party. Talk. Run. Killing intent. I think that's a typo. You killing intent. You killing intent emanates strong. So scare away the weaker opponent so you don't need to bother with them. Defensive technique where one bobs their head laterally to an incoming attack while shifting the balance at the right foot. Raises evasion greatly. Cool. Combat jacket. I'm a boxer. I don't need to use a knife, right? I got hands. Yeah, like, we don't need the knife. Like, they gave me a knife. We're gonna use this knife for nothing. Okay, for starters, the little girl literally left a satanic summoning circle, like, right there on the screen, so we're not going there. The door to the previous cabin is locked from the other side. Looking through the window, the cabin seems pitch black. That's not a good sign. Door won't open. It seems to be locked from outside. Well, pamphlet. Nothing interesting. Nothing interesting. I'm scared of noses. Sir, don't show me your nose. Salaryman. Excuse me. No answer. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yo, this train is kind of shitty, though. We got pet bills. Nice. For someone scared of noses, you sure are nosy. Okay, wow. Okay, you got some jokes. You got some jokes. I give that to you. Oh my god, I'm so rich. I'm stacking these shillings. Yo, it's kind of dark here, huh? There's the luggage. Purifying talisman. I remember that from the first game. Yo, what kind of shithole train is this? A wall of suitcases. Something feels off. Yeah. You're telling me. Something feels off. Something feels off. Are we trying to summon Satan on this train, guys? Like, okay, so we're just going into suitcase world. Gotcha. Welcome to Suitcase Warehouse for your one-stop shop for suitcases. We have many different kinds of suitcases. We have the ones that look like it has a face on it with very different colors. We have all the suitcases you can ask for. Look at that suitcase right there. It looks like it's sticking its tongue out at you. Isn't that cute? Come down now to Suitcase Warehouse. Get your suitcases today. This place, it's not the what? You. I've been looking for you everywhere. Just where did you think you ran off to? Don't you understand the hurry we're in? Get your fucking hands off me. Yeah, a feisty one. The eyes of the janitor bulge out from their sockets as his expression intensifies. We can't do it the hard way too. I wonder if you'll take 30 hours just like the others. Shit, we might take 31 hours. Or even 32. The fuck? What does rev up mean? Yo, I'm kind of feeling this beat though. Yo, hold up. Hold on. Okay. Okay, yo, I kind of dig this beat. Okay, okay. Sir, your penis is out. What are you doing? Okay, so we're gonna bob and weave. What does this eyeball mean? Fucking... Fuck you in your arm. I'm gonna take those hands, baby. I'm gonna take them hands. It's called sax? I think that's a penis. Zoop, zoop. Rev up allows for more damage. 1 slight increase, 2 major. 3 double attack. Oh. Ever played Bravely Default? I did. Yes. A long time ago. Hello, Spam and Kablam. How are you doing? Welcome to my first playthrough. It's good to know. Oh, you don't lose your turn. Wait, so if I already hit 2 times, can I like hit 2 times? What are you gonna do now? You have no hands, idiot. You have no hands. I'm gonna take my time with you. Or he could tackle me. Oh god. I'm taking the head. Oh, that's how it works. I see. I see, so... Damage, major double attack. So you can combine... No, I think I get it. It has to go up in tiers. The monstrosity's down. Search. What is a Kasara? I'm gonna beat him. The janitor seems dead by all measures. Oh, there's a lot of options that you can choose here. The table's full of cubes with various sigils carved all around them. The cubes are hollow, though. They seem to be missing some parts still. Magic defense up. I need healing items. I played around with my food too much. Ew, what kind of a fucking... What is this? What torture device is this? Doesn't seem to have any seeming use. You have no idea about its purpose. Okay, so there's nothing here. My hunger is still 90%, which is good? Question mark? Oh, this is a pathway. I thought this was like a stair exit. Are those limbs? Are we just hanging out, guys? What the fuck? Your head hurts. You feel like you're losing your mind. Yo, is this the new gods? From Fear and Hunger 1? Where do I go? Oh god, fuck! Yeah, what's up? How can I help you? Yo, is this Lovecraftian horror? Mysterious person. Ah, there you are. Mysterious person greets you in a monotonous tone. Got you pulled out from that nasty place. You're going deep into that rabbit hole. Now you're safe under the beautiful green hue of the moon. Welcome to the Moon Tower. So what's going on? That is what I'm here for. To explain the situation you are currently facing. To explain the great once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that has befallen within your grasp. Since our words could not possibly reach my master, I speak in his behalf. And who might my master be? Well, for now, let's just say that he is the delinquent one. Rare, the trickster moon god. Hey yo? The god of deception? Is that you, Amon? And me? You can call me Perkele. No fucking way his name is Perkele. I am just a humble servant of his celestial majesty. You are the dreamer, he is the dream. Perkele. My master has invited 14 of you to join us in this jubilee of cosmic proportions. 14 candidates, but there can only one true victor. The festival of Termina is upon us. What is the festival of Termina? It is a festival to give you, the humans, a peek to grandeur and a chance to reach for illustrious heights. The festival to end all festivals. This must all be very confusing to you. I won't burden you with any more information at this very moment. Just head towards the tower. That is all you need to know for now. I will gladly answer questions once you get there. But until that, let us meet again under the moonlight. Yeah, Perkele seems pretty chill. What the fuck? It was a dream. What about the girl that was like drawing like chalk? Like using chalk to draw like a satanic summoning circle on the train. Yeah, Perkele, you know, he seems kind of like a cool guy. You know, he answered my questions. The bloody Kasara on your hand sends a shiver down your spine. Just what is going on? The train, it seems to have stopped. Yo, my HP is full. Holy, let's go. Oh, this is different. There's not as many, perfectly suited proceeding. You just need to clear out the papers out of the way. Oh my god, I got a fucking combat manual and a map! Holy shit! I'm rich! You should probably check your surroundings first. True game, true. Empty suitcase. The man in the suit is talking to himself. He seems to be completely lost in his own thoughts. I'm late already. So late. Okay. Yo, hold on, chat. I need to make sure I didn't miss any loot here because that's huge. Old pamphlet. Doesn't appear to be anything interesting printed on it. Nothing left here. Okay, I guess we just go outside. The fuck? Just tell you, alright, the start is literally just RE4. I've never played RE4, I think. Like, what I'm not okay with, ideally, unless if I ask for it, I don't want any spoilers. I feel like that's a very reasonable request. I do not mind help, but just be aware that I would have to ask for it first. Yo, it's the fucking gang! Holy, the people I didn't pick. Man with checkered pants, so that must be the best course of action for now. You interrupt. Oh god, a discussion. Oh, the big Chad got up. Hey yo, it's me. Hajime Jotaro Joestar Ippo. What's going on? You must be just as clueless as the rest of us. The train left us all here, at the outskirts of the city. All the train personnel, everyone, gone. No explanations. That's troublesome. No kidding. We decided to stay and wait here for a while. Someone has to come for the train sooner or later. I mean, that's what you think. So if you're not in a hurry, I recommend just taking a seat inside and trying to relax. Maybe we could introduce ourselves. Yeah, sure. I'm John Hunger 2. My name is Marina. My name is Olivia, girl with the glasses. Lovely to meet you all. Cheers, love. Older gentleman, you can call me August. Woman with the brown jacket. Karen Sauer, a journalist on duty. Blonde man, hey, I'm Henrik. Henrik from the Bloodborne? And this mystic gentleman over here is Osa. Yo, I like that dude's name. Yo, what's up, Osa? It was Osa, right? Ellipses. Ellipses. Silly man. I'm pretty sure it was. We were the first to wake up. Man with checkered pants. Ellipses. Before he came out, we were talking about this. You saw a peculiar nightmare as well, didn't you? I guess. What of it? Everyone saw the same dream before waking up in the train. The moon, the girl in a pink dress, the festival of Termina. It all felt too real to pass off as just a dream. Not this talk again. We should have asked that army pig. That Bremen pig. He was in way too much of a hurry to leave. I bet he knew something. It smells like a sadistic army experiment. Sounds exactly like something a Bremen army would be part of. He had similar hallucinogens experimented on war prisoners. Now that the war is over, they have to get their guinea pigs elsewhere. It's quite the conspiracy theory. I wish I had your capacity and feist, but I really have a hard time believing every conspiracy theory floating around. I'm a journalist. I've covered wars, you know. I don't need some flaky eye-patched foreigner tell me what's possible and what's not. Holy shit, Karen. You haven't seen what I've seen during these past few years. War. War never changes. I've covered wars too, you know. All men and women for the past decade or two have covered wars. What's your point again? I've seen my fair share of hallucinogens as a doctor, and I can tell from a first-hand experience that there are no known chemicals that create visions that vivid, especially visions that are identical with this many people. I feel the tension rising between these two people. Deep sigh. Take it we're done here? As much as I'd like it. Don't have time to play happy campers with you people. I have a job to do. Which way is the city? Yo, this is Silent Hill. Look. Up there, over the forest top. Can you see the tower standing erect in the mist? That tower marks the center of Pre-Evil. Pre-Evil. You can hike through the forest to get there. It's not that far away. Silent Hill. Yo. Alright then. If I see anyone, I'll let them know you guys are waiting here. Have fun finding a scoop from that sleepy town. You know where to find us if anything comes up. I need to be going too. Sure thing, don't let us slow you down. Day 1. I think that was no log with the moon? Chat, can I save? Oh god. My dinner's getting cold that I left out. Nice day, isn't it? Attack him! Holy shit. Well, you saved backstory. That is true. That is true. Technically, I can end here because I don't want my dinner to get too cold. I just put it out, like, when I said I would only spend an hour on this, so... I think we will cut it here, and tomorrow... If I stream tomorrow, I will be back for this, and this is what we will stream. I'm already having fun. Like, I get to play a boxer, that's dope as hell, and some of the combat mechanics seem pretty cool, so I'm excited to progress this. So, with that being said, chat, there will probably be a stream tomorrow, and I will play this game if there is a stream tomorrow. So, with that being said, chat, have a good night. You know, thank you for all of your tips and advice. Really appreciated. We'll see how my first playthrough goes. I'll play the song on the way out. Have a good night, team. Take care. Catch you tomorrow if I'm on. Peace.